Jy is ingeskakel by 'n goedvoeloggendprogram Expresso net hier op SABC3. En dis baie interessant wat oor die volgende paar weke gaan gebeur. Ons gaan fokus sit op aanneming in Suid-Afrika.
Ja, dis fantasties. Is ietsie wat ek wil eintlik gedoen het, weet jy, in my lewe. Ja, daar's so baie kinders daarso wat net liefde nodig het.
Dis die ding, jy weet, daar is so baie kinders, maar weet jy, Bonnie Henna, sy is die woordvoerder vir Adoption Suid-Afrika en sy gaan al die onderhoude doen met die verskillende kinderreise en so voort. Sy het self 'n aangenome kind.
Ja, sy het. So I reckon let's go take a look and see exactly what she got up to.
Sometimes in life we take the little things for granted. Now imagine growing up with no parental figures at all. Well, today we're meeting actress Bonnie Henna at the Baby Haven here in Johannesburg to find out more about adoption.
What actress Bonnie and her husband Sisanda know about parenting, they've learned through volunteering. From hugs and cuddles to making sandwiches and changing nappies, the duo have worked side by side even when still courting. The couple adopted a baby last year and also have an older son of their own.
Before I volunteered at Baby Haven, I'd never actually thought of adoption as something that I could do. I knew of it and I knew that it was a noble thing to do, but I hadn't necessarily become aware of the need that is in South Africa. Volunteers are always needed. There's also an option of fostering a child if one is not ready to adopt or is not even in a position to adopt, where a child comes over on the weekends and gets to spend time with you when they go back to the home in the week.
We saw a lot of Americans and Europeans coming over to spend 3 to 6 months volunteering, and I was surprised, why not more locals doing it, in Cape Town? So people can actually just step out, get the information and do volunteer.
A small bit of your time can make a big difference to a child. Contact Adoption SA for a list of organizations in your community. Or, if you feel ready, take the step and adopt. Sisanda elaborates on the process.
So temporary safe care will be the first stage, where the social worker will interview you, look at just your financial status, the house, how the house is, and interview your friends, just to see the emotional climate and the mental stability of the family, which is basic, And from there, then the child can be in your care while you apply for foster care to be a legal guardian and then move on to legal adoption.
It's relatively inexpensive when you're actually considering what you're getting, because what you get after that is a lifetime of joy, of just blessing.
Yeah.
We love having Haniel with us. Haniel is he's such a character and he's so much fun, and we've just seen our relationship with him grow exponentially, yeah.
By coincidence, the couple saw a picture of Haniel when he was only 3 months old. Even though he was scowling, Bonnie recognized him as a future part of the family.
Well, firstly, I'd say take your time. Don't rush yourself and don't be hard on yourself. Go through the process. Speak to people who've adopted. Go to adoption homes and just spend time there. Acclimatize yourself with the whole process and the idea of adoption. And don't hold back. Go for it. There's so much support now available, and it's growing.
Sad news is that the number of adoptions have declined by more than half, despite the number of orphans increasing. Only 1,150 children were adopted in 2009. Many others depend on foster care.
And would you ever tell Haniel that he's adopted, and when would you tell him?
Our choice is to tell Haniel quite early on that he's adopted. We feel that it's something we can all help him understand and comprehend as a family, rather than something that he now has to deal with when he's 18, that's just dropped into his space and he now has to come to terms with it. So this way he can grow up asking us questions that are relevant to his understanding.
It's not a bad thing and it's not shameful. In fact, my wife's idea of a story of how to actually share this with him is through a story. So he can learn, this little boy like Moses, was once born in this family, but things were going wrong in that nation. So the mom put him in a little basket and sailed him down the river so his life can actually turn out better. And the guy grew up in a castle, that's where he ended up. So it's not a victim point of view, but it's actually a victorious story.
Yeah.
Children thrive in families, and these happy parents flourish with the joy their sons bring them. Bonnie's working on her autobiography, Sharing More Happy Moments. It's due to be published in June. Read more on adoption on adoption.org.za.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.